What's up, guys? Welcome to a new video. We're going to be going over 20 of my favorite kits from this season. These aren't in any particular order at all. These are just 20 kits that I found that I really like, or 20 kits that I know that I really like. Um, yeah, I mean, it's going to be a little bit of a different video. If you guys have any kits that you know that you're a big fan of that I don't have in my list, let me know down below. They can be from anywhere. And if you guys disagree or agree on some of my picks, let me know as well. It's going to be a little bit of a different video. It's going to be kits from all over. So let me know what you guys think. If you guys like this type of video, got some other ones coming. So yeah, let's go ahead. Let's get into it.
All right, so these are in no particular order at all. These are just 20 kits that I picked that I really liked, especially when I was looking back through things on Football Kit Archive. Just some stuff that I found that I actually really enjoy, really like. And so these are in no order. These aren't even necessarily the top 20 on my list. Just 20 kits that I really liked this year, and they are some of my favorites that I've seen. So there are definitely some more out there, especially some of these World Cup kits that are being leaked or just being released. There's some nice ones on there, but they don't necessarily all make this list. But we're going to start with one of my favorites, the Liverpool third kit for the season. I have this kit already in my collection, so I'm a big fan of it. Unfortunately, we sucked this year, but I really like this kit. I think it's a really nice kit, and it's gonna stand the test of time. I don't think there's really too much complaint wise to say about it. It's just a really nice kit. The old badge and the Tre Fiori logo for Adidas. I think it's just a really, really nice kit. This is another one on here. I love this kit. The Fiji home kit for this season. It's just beautiful. Honestly, it is stunning. I really wish I could get this kit myself. It is a beautiful, beautiful kit, and just everything about it. The white with the black, it's not too much. All the patterns in there. It's a nice little pattern. You got the collar. It's got a pattern on the collar. A nice little neckline. It's just really nice, really simple, but also not so simple that's just plain. It's kind of that in between, and it's done really nice. The colors, just all black and white, just look really, really nice. And yeah, this is just a top international kit, one of my favorite kits of this season. I also have the IFK Göteborg kit, their home kit from the season. IFK Göteborg play in Sweden. They're one of the better sides in Sweden. And this kit is stunning. This is definitely one of my favorite kits from this season. It is just a beautiful, beautiful kit. The big badge, and it's perfectly centered on the thick stripes. The nice big collar, and even just the whole neckline is nice. The cuff sleeves, if you guys have watched my kit videos already, I love cuffed sleeves, and those cuffs look beautiful. We have the IFK on the sleeves. It just looks so nice. It's just beautiful. Even the sponsor, you know how much, again, if you've seen my videos, how much sponsors can make or break a kit. And here the Cerneka sponsor is beautiful, nice white and blue. It matches the kit, and it's not too big, but it's still a sponsor. You can still see who it is, but it's not so big that it's just disgusting and you can't even see what's going on. Next, I have Adi Cueta. This is a side from the second division in Spain, La Liga 2. This is their away kit for the season, and I think it's a really nice Macron kit. Macron have actually made some decent kits. They've also made some really bad stinkers, but they've made some decent kits. The one thing I don't like necessarily is how that sponsor is kind of sitting on the bottom, but at the end of the day, it's not even that bad because of it being on the smaller side, and it's white with the Quetta and the Macron logos all being white as well. You got the cuff sleeves once again. You got the collar again. Looks like everything I've seen picture wise looks like there is a small button on the on the kit, but I have kits that have buttons at the collar like that. I never even noticed them. So I know some people don't like it, and I mean that's fair. But in my opinion, I don't even notice it when I'm wearing wearing the shirt, and it just doesn't even bother me that much. So I'm a big fan of this. It's nice. It's not, my top 5 kits for this year or anything like that, but I think it's a really nice kit. If I got this kit, I would wear it a lot. I mean, it's a really nice kit, in my opinion. I'm a big fan of it coming out of the second division in Spain. And then I've got the Minnesota United archive kit from this year. MLS released archive kits. I made a short about it, and they were really nice. There was some really nice ones, and this is one of my favorites. I mean, this is a really nice kit. You got the Adidas piping that's kind of common in a lot of templates this season, um, but the blues and the orange look really nice. The Minnesota United badge being simplified actually works here. A lot of times I don't like when badges are simplified, but I think it's a really good simplification. Um, the Apple TV, the MLS, and the other shirt sponsor, I don't remember what it is, the other sleeve sponsors, they all are that white as well to just match, keep consistency. That loons across the center of the jersey is really nice. The font of it and the color scheme of it, the whole thing. I mean, you can see here, and with all these other kits, consistent colors can really, really work. If you start throwing too many colors, is when it really starts to get issues, and you just really start to hate what you're seeing. So I think this is a really, really nice kit. I'm a big fan of this. I'm very close to buying it, but I'm kind of back and forth. I'm waiting to see, and yeah, I just don't know. Holidays are coming up, so maybe something comes with the holidays. But I think this is a really nice kit, and I'm a big fan of it. I think the Adidas and MLS finally did something good with their kits, and these archive kits were really nice. There was maybe one or two that I didn't like, but I do have a couple in this list, but most of them were really, really nice. At least they were nice enough that you would be happy to wear them for years. And this is clearly one of them. Not a fan of Minnesota United, not necessarily a fan, but I would wear this kit quite often. And like I said, another archive kit, San Jose Earthquakes, formerly the San Jose Clash when the MLS first started. And this is kind of paying homage to that time and that branding, and it is stunning. I mean, it's got that 90s feel about it. And what made MLS was the fact that they were different. They had these fun kits. They had the fun badges and the team names and everything, and they've really Europeanized the MLS to where you have just Inter Miami and you have Minnesota United. And I know that obviously, someone like DC United was always there, but you had the San Jose Clash, and now there's San Jose Earthquakes, which isn't bad. I mean, they're still not the, crazy rebranding and everything, but even like someone like the Columbus Crew, who necessarily haven't changed their name, their logo has just lost all of the character, and their kits have lost so much character, and it's just kind of disappointing to see. And um, it used to be Dallas Burn with the bird badge in there, and just some of the MLS history and kits are so nice. But this kit here, the San Jose Earthquakes kit, it pays such nice homage to the Clash, and just all the colors and the design on it. It just looks so nice, and this is an example of actually when using a lot of colors works. Now I understand why some people won't necessarily like this because of there being so many colors and it being a lot going on, but in my opinion, I think it just works really well because the entire kit, it's mostly white, and the colors that are on there are consistent and aren't so much and so bright that it hurts your eyes to look at. Next, back to the Premier League, I've got the Arsenal third kit. I think this is such a nice kit, and for some reason, for me, whenever I see this, I just see Ricardo Calafiori. Um, I think it's just a really nice kit, in my opinion. If I was an Arsenal fan, I would have bought this kit day one. I think I said that in my Premier League kit ranking video as it is, but it is just a beautiful, beautiful kit. And there's just, yeah, I mean, I would be snatching this thing up if I was an Arsenal fan immediately. Again, that old badge with the Tre Fiori Adidas releasing these kits are such a smart thing to do. Go back to that kind of little retro style, and it's done wonders for them, because this is another example of a fantastic third kit. And again, Adidas are knocking it out of the park with more kits. Every single release, it seems like Adidas are just doing well this year, and it doesn't stop. This Germany World Cup kit, it was just released, and it is beautiful. It is a beautiful kit. At first, I was kind of actually in between on it, and then I watched them wear it this week, and yeah, it's a gem. The long sleeve looks really nice as well. It's got some really nice patterns in it that you can't obviously see in this picture. You really need a really high res picture, and I've been seeing some of them on Twitter with the authentic versions, and it is a really nice kit. I'm a big fan of this, and I think Adidas going into the World Cup, having their nation's repping style is a big one, because I'm worried about Nike. I'm worried about what the U.S. is going to do. I really like the U.S.'s black kit at the moment. It's got that black and then the red and blue pinstripes. I really, really like that. But they're going to release new ones for the World Cup, I'm sure. And I don't think that they're going to be able to compete with Adidas, because Adidas have several nice kits. The leaks I've seen for Japan's away kit is really nice as well. But Germany's probably my favorite. So I know some people were saying this is one of the best Germany kits in probably the last 20 years. And it's hard to argue. It is hard to argue. Next, we are actually staying in Germany with Hamburger SV, their home kit for the season. And it is very different. Their kits are very different from Adidas this year. Their away kit's a little bit is pretty odd as well. Actually, their away kit is almost like the entire kit is the badge. So that one was close to making it, but I think this one just looks a little bit better. I really like how there's that kind of triangle half arc up right near the chest, and then you have the sponsor below it. And yeah, it's just a really nice kit. And honestly, I mean, it's not one of those things where I think this is going to sit there in 30 years from now, be a super expensive, hard to get, holy grail type of kit. But this is the type of kit that I would wear for the next 5-10 years, and really take care of it, and maybe play some pickup in or whatever, because it's a fun kit. It's a nice kit, and yeah, I just love it. And I just remember, and maybe it's just because when I was younger, I remember I loved Hamburger because their name was Hamburger. I was a kid playing FIFA like 2002 or 2005, whatever it was, and seeing their name, I was geeking about. Loved it, and yeah, they just kind of, I think, had a soft spot ever since, just because of that. And I'm a big fan of this kit, and maybe it's because of that bias in there. I know some people don't like it, but I'm a big fan of this. So this has definitely made my list, and when I was making this list, this was one of the first kits I grabbed. Next, again, Germany. Germany's turned out. We are with Homo and Cologne. Their third kit is black and gold. I actually think black and gold kits are being done a lot more than they should be. I mean, obviously they look good normally, but I think too many teams are having black and gold kits at the moment. But that does not take away from this. It is beautiful. That black design, you can actually see it in this picture. The design on the actual black part in it, it's stunning. The gold is really nice. It's not too much gold. The sponsor's gold. The sponsor I actually really like because there's a smiley face on it. It looks nice. I'm a little concerned about that the sleeve sponsor, but I don't think it takes too much away from it. I think it's a really nice kit. The only thing that I'm not a super big fan of is their collar. Homo's collars this season are a little odd. They're almost like a half collar, sort of. It's weird, but I don't think it's too bad. I would have probably liked the gold to maybe that gold line around the collar be a little bit thinner and go all the way around, or at leund just go all the way around that thickness. I don't know, but I think this kit is so super nice. I could get away from the collar just because of the design in the kit, the badges all around, everything, all the black, all the gold, all the designs. And I mean, the Cologne badge is just such a cool badge. It's one of my favorite badges in the world with the goat on it. It's just, yeah, it just looks really nice. I'm a big fan of this kit this season. Off to Denmark, we go with Odense Boldklub, their third kit. Hummel again. I think Hummel is kind of underrated for their kits. Obviously, they have stinkers. They have some really bad ones, but they have some really nice ones like this. The different alternate badge for Odense, the black piping on the collar and the cuffs, the black and white on there. The Albani sponsor is nice and big, but it's also cursive. And quite frankly, you don't see those fat checkers like that very often anymore. Obviously, most notably, Croatia has the checkered pattern, but I don't know the last time I've seen a really nice checkered kit like this. And just the two slightly different shades of pink just does it for me with the different badge. I don't know exactly if that's their old badge necessarily, but I think that's just a fantastic looking kit. The pink, I'm a big fan of pink kits. They aren't done enough. And yeah, the pink with the different badge, the collar, the cuff sleeves, the chevrons on the shoulders, like normal from Hummel. I think it's just really nice. I'm a big fan of it. I would buy this kit if I could find it. So I'm a big fan of this kit, and I would 100% wear this. I don't think I have a pink kit in my collection anymore, and I would not be upset if this was my first one at the moment. And then, like I was saying before about the Adidas third kits this year with the Tre Fiortis, I hate the fact that I'm saying that I like a Real Madrid kit, but this is such a nice kit. Everything about the little slight design in there. It's got the Real Madrid logos actually in the design throughout the shirt, along with those little lines you can see in there. It's just white and blue looks good together, and especially this blue. I just think the whole thing looks really nice. The only thing that'd be better is if La Liga patch was white instead of that like reddish, but it's beautiful. It's a really nice kit. It looks a lot better in the Champions League. Yeah, I'm a big fan of this. Even the HP sponsor on the sleeve being white, it just looks really nice. It's simple, it's clean, and that's all it needs to be. And it's a nice kit. And I've seen a lot of Real Madrid fans loving this and wearing this already. So I 100% think that this is one of the better kits from the season. And I think it's kind of underrated because I don't see a lot of people talking about it, but I'm a big fan of it. And then you even have a goalie kit in here. The AFC Wimbledon home kit. Football Manager as the sponsor. That is not really the only reason why. Obviously, I like Football Manager being on the sponsor. I think it's pretty cool. But Lotto coming in, making an interesting goalie kit. I don't really know why I like this, if I'm being honest. I just do. It's just one of those kits that I just, for some reason, like. It is very controversial, I think. I think their three kits, like their actual field jerseys, are really nice as well. But when I was looking at theirs, I actually saw this and I kind of like hey, I kind of like that. And I'm liking it more and more, but I don't know why. I don't know if it's just because of it's being so different or what, but I do actually really enjoy it. It's not my favorite kit of the year, but I actually do kind of enjoy it. Again, the collar, I'm worried about how that would actually feel and look in person, but I think this is actually really nice. I hope Lotto make their way back into really mainstream kit making, because I think that they had some gems in the 90s and 2000s, and I think they need to get back into it because I think they can make some really nice kits, and like they did with Wimbledon this year, and I think that they have the pathway to do so. Next, one more archive kit from the MLS, Seattle Sounders. I mean, I think it's very self-explanatory as why I really like this kit. The Seattle Sounders across the chest, the Orca badge, even the sleeves are really nice. Everything about this kit is just nice. It's not too much. All the colors work. The the Seattle Sounders on the stomach, chest, the collar, the Orca badge itself is just stunning. And yeah, the sleeve patches, sponsors, and all of it blends together right. It's just a really nice kit. I know this is probably one of my favorite archive kits from this season for the MLS, and I hope they continue to do stuff like this. It kind of took inspiration, I guess, not to say took inspiration, but kind of reminds me of how NHL was doing alternate kits and are continuing to do them. And yeah, the NHL sweaters that they had been releasing the last few years for some of the club teams have been beautiful. And I think MLS kind of saw that and tried to capitalize on it as well. And they definitely did, because Seattle Sounders, this kit is another gem of a kit. It's really, really nice. I'm a big, big fan of this. Another one that was talked about a lot when it was released, but I haven't seen much about it. Hadn't even really seen pictures of it. Is the AS Roma third kit. Again, Adidas with the Tre Fiordi third kits. Kind of looks like it could be an Ireland kit as well. A lot of people were absolutely like gushing over the badge. I actually don't like it. I think if they would have just done an all gold badge like their retro one that they're going back to, they threw that on there, I think this kit would have been probably my favorite kit of the year. Just white polo kind of feel. You can wear it around. It looks classy. No, when you're wearing it, people won't think necessarily that it is a football kit. It's just just a nice polo with some logos on it. Now, sure, the sponsor on there looks a bit different, but this picture I got from Football Kit Archive, and it is such a nice fit kit with no sponsor on it. Big, big fan of it. And then off to Canada, York United, their home kit this year, Carlsberg featuring on a kit. It helps that it's green as well. Carlsberg obviously being green as it is, but thick cuffs on the sleeves, the really nice fancy pattern throughout with the green. Macron, again, another collar with buttons, not an issue at all in my opinion. But yeah, this whole thing, it just looks so nice. The Canadian Premier League side, the design all throughout it kind of looks like an old painting or kind of like wallpaper almost, like how you would expect like a haunted housey type of like pop culture feel wallpaper to it. I think it's a really nice design, and it's consistently inconsistent all the way throughout. It's the same pattern, just in different repetitions and makeups throughout. The Carlsberg sponsor as well. I think it's just a really nice kit. It goes together really well. And I saw a couple pictures from their season, and it looked really nice all together. And I think this is, again, another kit that you can just wear around, and nobody would really question it. You put this on with a pair of black pants, I think it'll look beautiful. And yeah, this is one of my favorite kits. I didn't even know this existed until I was making this video, and then I found it, and I was instantly loved this kit. I was a big, big fan of it. Back to the MLS again. This is not one of the archive kits. This is just the Portland Timbers kit. Obviously, they have a whole history with, Portland area, the huge trees, and they have a history when they score, they chop off a piece of wood from a giant tree, essentially. It's a really cool thing that they do, but they kind of pay homage to the trees and the area and that whole thing with that design all throughout, kind of like the pine needle trees all throughout the sleeves and the side of the kit, and then the off-white base. It's really nice, centered as well. Everything is centered. I hate when the Adidas badge will be centered and then the actual club badge won't, or something will be off. Everything's centered. I think it looks really nice. And again, seeing this in action with those shorts as well, you can see the shorts. Everything looks really nice. The off-white, the off colors as well. It's not just a hard green or a hard white or anything. It's just kind of off. And I think it looks really, really nice in this case. And I think this is easily one of the better kits in the MLS, not including archive kits of this season. World Cup wise, once again, Spain's home kit that was just released. Really nice. Kind of reminds me of an older Spain kit. But yeah, there's not much to say about this, honestly. I'm pretty sure it's got navy shorts, so it makes sense. Again, reminds me of an older World Cup kit. Not quite like the 2010, but similar to it. So I'm a big fan of this. I might get it. I don't have a Spain kit in my collection, so I might get it, but I'm not 100% sure if I do want to actually get it or not. I'm back and forth on it, but I'm a big fan of this, and Spain are obviously going to be one of the favorites for the World Cup this year, and if they do win it, this is a very worthy World Cup winning jersey because this is a nice one again from Adidas. Adidas are continuing to knock it out of the park this year, as you can tell. Forest Home, I've talked about this one before, but it's a nice kit. I just really like it. The Bally sponsor, the pinstripes, the collar, the sleeves, everything about it, really nice. I'm not going to spend too much time on it because I have talked about this kit in depth in another video, the Premier League home video, but the Nottingham Forest home kit is one of my favorite kits through this season. And yeah, I'm a big fan of this, and again, Forest fans will 100% be happy with this. Last kit of this video, really the only reason I chose it is from Temecula FC, their away kit. This is a side they play in an American League semi-pro called NISA. They're based in California, but the real reason I chose this sponsor is the only reason I chose the kit is the sponsor, the 8-Bit Brewing Co. I think that's awesome sponsor. I'm actually a huge fan of that. That's so cool. Yeah, I mean, it's just such a cool sponsor. The 8-bit beer in there, even just the 8-bit brewing part being kind of that 8-bit style, I think it's just really cool. Other than that, it's a decent kit. Hummel, chevrons down the sleeves. It's basic. It's a template. But I think the sponsor is really nice, and especially considering it fits in those two white stripes. I think it's just a really nice kit. And for it being a semi-professional club, I think this is really cool. So I'm a big fan of this. But yeah, that does it for this video. These are 20 kits that I really like for the season. If you guys have any that you like as well known or not, it might be the Japan kit, it might be from a semi-professional club like this from India, I don't know. But if you guys have any kits that you really like, let me know in the comments, and maybe I make another video where I do your guys' favorite kits from the year, or just some more that I really do like from this season. But thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.